So today we're going to be discussing Crochet Society's Halloween. It's kind of a special edition Halloween box. It's not quite an advent calendar as you might expect it to be, but it's just mostly kind of a special box for Halloween, and I am going to unbox, reveal, and review this box with you today. Hi, my name is Sig, and this is Essential Crochet, and you, of course, are always welcomed here. It is your support that helps me to put out regular videos, so if you can help out by subscribing, hitting the like button, adding a comment if you have one or have a question, or simply just saying hi. This never costs you anything, but it helps out the channel, and I always appreciate your thoughts and help with regards to this. So now that all the housekeeping is out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at what is inside this box. So now Crochet Society always has interesting little sayings inside their boxes, and this one basically says, falling in love with crochet treats. You know, and it has cute little artwork and whatnot, and it's a nice little box if you want to save the box as a gift later or just use it for storage. They're pretty sturdy. I don't ever have any complaints with what's actually in the box. Okay, I'm trying to get this turned around so that you can kind of see what is in the box. What I'm going to do is I want to just show you the top of the box so you can get a feel for the yarn that's in the box, and then I'm going to move the box aside and then just start pulling everything out and show it to you. Okay, so this is the yarn. I guess we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 13 different colorways. The first colorway is going to be what they call chocolate lime. And this yarn this time is 100% acrylic. I have a feeling that Crochet Society is really starting to move their stuff over to some basic acrylic yarn colorway. I like it when they mix it up better, but you know, that's neither here nor there. I suppose the acrylic helps to keep the cost down when putting together these larger kits. The second colorway is going to be this limoncello. And then the third colorway that they give us is going to be what they call eclair. This one is creamy coffee. And this one is nougat. Now, I don't know that I would consider this pinky color a nougat color even in Europe, but you know, that's what they want to call the colorway. That's fine with me. This next one is Parma Violet. I don't know, maybe that's might be a food. I don't know. Most of these colorways are kind of named after treats, confections. So I guess it's a kind of a candy maybe. I don't know. Anywho, the next one is a buttermint color. Then we have 2 of the licorice, 2 of the orange slice, and then 2 of the royal icing. Now each skein of yarn that they give us is going to be 33 grams, which is approximately 66 meters. It's a DK weight, so it's not going to be quite as heavy as a regular worsted weight. And I would say this is a solid DK weight yarn. It feels pretty standard, pretty okay for an acrylic. It's pretty solid, so yeah, it feels pretty strong, feels pretty solid. It's not real airy or full of air, if you will. So yeah, you know, it's okay. Next, they're giving us, it's a goodly amount of polyfill. You might get a couple of small amigurumis out of this. And of course, so when I see polyfill in a kit, I know that one of my pattern options, particularly with a Crochet Society kit, is going to be an amigurumi. Now in this kit, they have given me 2 different hooks. It's their typical polymer clay hook handle with their, super basic metal hooks. And the one they give me is a 4mm and also a 3mm size hook. So put those aside. The next thing I see is this stitch marker, a little ghost with a witch's hat. Now that's one thing I have to say for Crochet Society is I like the stitch markers that they give. Although I would never use them as a stitch marker, I like them as like zipper pulls, little cute little charms for either a zipper on your purse or handbag, or if you're making a child's sweater or even an adult sweater. These pulls with these little charms on them are super cute. And then here's another one, this pumpkin charm. That's all right. I do appreciate the little silicone stitch marker charms they give us. I won't show you the other side of this card, but this is a card with information on how to access patterns and video patterns. Here are a series or a set, and they all look like they're about the same size. So we've got a set of 6 pairs or a total of 12 safety eyes and backings to go with them. So we're definitely going to have some amigurumis in this one. I have a little badge or pin or brooch, whichever you might like to call it. That's super cute. I'm totally down with this particular little give me in this kit this time around. And then next they give me this canvas bag. So I guess if you have kids or you're inclined to trick or treat yourself, this is perfect for that. This is also just a good shopping bag. It's cute. I'm totally cool with this because, well, Halloween is like one of my favorite times of the year. Really, the fall and winter holiday seasons are really my absolute favorites. So I'm good with this. Now, what they didn't give me this time that I see is a book, like an actual book that tells me the patterns, a list of what I was supposed to get in this kit. I don't see that at all in this box. So I'm going to have to go over to the website and I'm going to have to check to see if I was supposed to get that or if the card they gave me with the patterns on the card is what I'm supposed to access in order to get the patterns. So that's really weird because all the other boxes I've ever gotten in the past actually came with a book. So I don't know if this was a mistake or if this is just simply how they have decided to do this box. We'll see. I'll check it out. I'll let you know here in just a moment. Yes, so it does seem that to verify that I received everything I was supposed to receive in the box. Also, the patterns and so on and so forth, I had to access a special link, and that link took me to a page where I could get those patterns, those PDFs of those patterns, a list of what I was supposed to receive in this box. So no book this time around, no pattern book, nothing in a hardcover. So the first pattern they offer is this Halloween wreath of the ghosts of, I think there's sort of a sunflower. You see a couple of cats in there, a spider web in the middle. This is the first pattern that they offer you. The next pattern that they offer is going to be a set of leafy motif coasters and a little soft basket of sorts in which to store your coasters in. Also, they give you a pattern of the ever classic pumpkin that most beginners do every year. And the thing that makes these pumpkins a little different is the stem and the leaf. It looks like the stem is actually a cinnamon stick. And then lastly, they give you a set of 5 holiday flavored amigurumi kinds of critters patterns in order to kind of round things out. So they're really giving you a lot of options in this kit to choose from. Finally, I settled on the Autumn Leaves coaster set for the project I was going to explore and attempt to finish for you today. So I went ahead and I decided to make one of these leaf coasters using the Eclair yarn. And this is what I got. I guess the coaster is supposed to be kind of crinkly like this, sort of give the effect of a fallen fall leaf or something to that effect. You know, I really just made this not because I was particularly enamored by it or the pattern. It's really not my style. And none of the other patterns available in this kit were something I really, wanted to make or give a try to. Sometimes I make the patterns even if I don't like them, and then sometimes I find a pattern that I actually do like and want to give a try. And in this kit, nothing really blew my hair back, so I just decided to go ahead and make one of these leaves for the coaster pattern, just so that I could give this yarn a try. And I'm not unhappy with the yarn. It's moderate, I would say. It's okay. But what I do really like about it is that there's not a lot of play to it. So it doesn't really stretch. And that makes it a little better in terms of amigurumis. Because in my experience and my opinion, amigurumis usually look a lot nicer when made with a yarn. And typically this yarn is going to be a natural fiber like a cotton. That doesn't have a lot of play to it, that doesn't stretch very well. And that to me usually gives a better looking product. And this is not to mention like the plushies, right? The plushies are kind of a different beast because of the yarn that's being used, the thick velvety or blankety kind of bulky yarns. They're a whole different beast. But when I talk about yarn that doesn't have a lot of elasticity to it, that works well with an amigurumi, I am talking in terms of your standard everyday yarn. Now, the colors are okay. I don't have a problem with the color of the yarn. As far as the kit is concerned, yeah, do I think it was pricey for what we got? Certainly. I mean, the stitch markers were cute. The badge was cute. Those were all right. And I will certainly find uses for those for sure. The yarn I'm happy to put in my stash because I use a lot of DK weight yarn anyways. So I'm certainly going to find something to use this variety of colors with. And that makes me happy. But would I say the box was worth the price? Not so much. By the time I paid for the special edition box and then the shipping because I'm here in the US, yeah, it was pretty pricey for what came in the box. Now, if I were a total beginner and this was my introduction to crochet and subscription boxes and all of that, I think I would have probably been pretty happy with it. But as an intermediate or even advanced crocheter, you're probably not, and I know I'm not that impressed. So I've been getting these subscription boxes from Crochet Society for almost a year now, and I will finish out the year, and that is something I've already said and pretty much committed myself to. So I have a couple of more boxes that will come, but I wanted to see if the projects got better, if the designs got better. And really, it's been quite hit and miss. And so far, I have to say that some of the earlier boxes, like from a couple of years ago, I feel maybe had a better quality, a better patterns, and that's just my personal opinion. Everybody's different, but I'm a bit of a more advanced crocheter. Now, if I were a super beginner crocheter, I probably would not be having this conversation with you, but